Phosphor Dot friends, Earl at blogbook.com, back in the arcade, but boy did I have to move some things around just to show you this one game. Just to show you what this one game is like. This was an arcade game from 1984. At least we got it over here in 1984. I believe it was actually originally designed and released in Japan in 83. This is TX-1. You see the Atari sign going by, and you're probably thinking, this would be the follow-up to Pole Position, and that is indeed how Atari marketed the crap out of it. Because TX-1 was a game that had 3 monitors. You had one directly in front of you, and then you had a couple of them at about maybe as much as a 7 to 10 degree angle. And the machine was huge. This was a cockpit machine, so you had to sit in it. But with 3 arcade, full-size arcade monitors in it, plus the seat that you sat in, and, of course, all of the processing power that drove 3 displays and kept them in synchronization. This was a machine that had quite a footprint on your local arcade's floor, if indeed your local arcade ever got one. I saw and played one of these in person back in the day, and I think it was very telling. I think most of us had kind of grudgingly gotten accustomed a year before to paying 50 cents for a game of Dragon's Lair or Space Ace. The early Laserdisc games were frequently hobbled by the sheer amount of maintenance that had to be done. But TX-1? Oh no, my friend. They charged you $1 to play this game. At least where I was, they did. Although from what I gather, that was actually very common to be charged $1 to play this game and have this early attempt, shall we say, at a 180-degree immersive experience in the arcade. Nowadays, it's funny. We have big curved monitors. I don't have big curved monitors. That ain't my kind of budget. But they have big, wider than widescreen curved monitors that this would be great for. And it just seems like a no-brainer. In fact, you would probably want to play a more up-to-date, more realistic game than this. But solving the display problem of this game is a no-brainer now. Back then, it was a lot of hardware that took up a lot of space and generated a lot of heat. And I'm not talking about hype. I'm meaning all those monitors actually warmed the room up. So, is it actually related to Pole Position? It is if you read Atari's marketing material. It was developed by a different company. Namco licensed it for the Western Hemisphere. Taito licensed it for the Eastern Hemisphere outside of Japan. One assumes that Tatsumi, also existing in Japan, wanted to keep some slice of the rights for themselves and make the money off of it in Japan. And it was a legit hit in Japan. There was a sequel to it in Japan that you plugged into the same cabinet because it too required 3 screens. In the US, not so much. I don't think people were quite so hip about this costs me $1 now, but it's just Pole Position with 2 more screens. The difference is the controls are actually a lot more sensitive. A lot more. Talk is cheap. Let me show you how this game played. And keep in mind, it did have 3 separate CRT screens, and they were arranged in front of you like one main screen, and then The other two were at an angle that was supposed to, kind of mimic 180-degree immersion, but didn't quite get there. Oh, you're not racing the bush, my friend. You're racing the other cars. Atari building in the background. Oh! Oh! Hey, that's on you, dude. And the game's over. Oh, wow, I ranked 229th. Good job. Something it shares in common with my actual driving skills. Let's try it again. Alright, try to... Woo! Much more sensitive controls. Get on the road. Boom. Oh, 211. Big improvement. I am not good at this game. I am also playing it in emulation, which... I think they've only recently gotten the emulation to where it's this passable. We will keep trying. Well, that's one less competitor. Oh, I keep kissing the trees. And running out of time. Oh, 240, it's getting worse. It's getting much worse. You think about a game with 3 screens. Screens are one of the hardest things to maintain with a game because it's all forbiddingly high voltage. I think that's probably the most charitable way to put it. Oh. Did I? No. 178? Okay, it's... I'm not going to say it's not too shabby. It is as much as 7% less shabby. Tough game. And I think, you combine that with the fact that this cost you $1 to play it. Probably didn't have as much repeat business. Oh! Coming through. Out of my way. Yeah, the trees are in my way, but there are fewer cars in my way. Oh! Did I? 189. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat that. So it's a really tough driving game, a really tough racing game. It cost you $1 to play it. You probably didn't have a large number of people coming back to try it a second or third time. And therein lies the problem. Even if you are increasing your rate of return on it by charging $1 for it, the game itself may be working against you. It's more interesting now, I think, from a technological perspective, that we were starting to try to push against the limits of, okay, here is a box with a screen, and that is a game. They were trying to find new and different form factors that worked against that, kind of in the hopes that the novelty factor would bring more people in. But I don't think the story quite worked out the way they wanted it to.